5-car lead draft of the Daytona 500. Ken Schrader, Sterling Marlin, Jerry Nadeau, Dale Jarrett, and John Andretti. But the real story is the 8-car. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Hey, we said his chance to win was over.
This is unbelievable. Junior has started at the back. He's now up to 13th, and watch him as he goes by Robbie Gordon with a beat-up race car. Marty, what are they seeing in the pits?
Well, Benny, there was no suspension damage in the wreck. They did put the front piece of the nose on. Junior has said nothing, but Tony Eury Sr. says he does not think the car is that bad. We've seen some strange things in the Daytona 500. I think this would perhaps be the strangest if he pulls this off somehow.
Running behind somebody with that body damage is one thing, but if he got out front, that would be a whole nother, wouldn't it? The pressure on it. And
I'm not going to say anything.
I'll tell you what, that's hard to believe. Yeah. Hopefully that tape's going to stay sticking, because they basically have that nose taped on there.
Earnhardt Jr. 10th right now behind Jeff Gordon.
And that time, as we listened to Jeff Gordon's car coming off turn 4, we did not hear that backing off the throttle.
Let's make our singular wireless call to the pits. Find out some updates on drivers after those last set of pit stops. Start with Bill Weber.
Okay, Alan, let's start at the front of the field with a very impressive Ken Schrader, who's not only strong on the track, but Newt Moore and company with a 14.95-second pit stop. Now, Schrader's out there on 4 new tires, no chassis adjustment. The car's not quite as good as it was before, but Moore just told him a few minutes ago, those are very fast lap times. Great run for Ken Schrader in the 44th Daytona 500.
Bill Mankessa started in 40th position and raced his way up through the pack. Then he came into the pits running 14th and changed just 2 right side tires to fix a tight condition and to make up some more time. He was the restart leader. He's now back in 8th, and his Ford is running pretty well. Maybe it's the 5 3/4 inch spoiler. Marty?
Well, Dave, how about the impressive run for young Ryan Newman? He started 23rd. He made his way up through the field, came into the pits 12th, out 4th. He's running in about the 6th position right now. He's in the middle of that 2-wide pack. The car was a little tight. They added 2 pounds of pressure to the right rear tire. That should loosen up the car just like he wants. He has a very fast car today. To Matt.
Marty, early misfortune for outside pole sitter Kevin Harvick. After contact out pit road with the 4-car of Mike Skinner, he had to make 3 more visits for Kevin Hamlin, his crew chief, and his Goodwrench crew to work on the damaged right front fender. We'll check in with Kevin and just see. Kevin, how is that fender now? Is the car as good as it was before?
Yeah, the car's still pretty fast. Jim Goodwrench service cars been strong all week. We just got to pick and choose our holes. And that little collision leaving pit road was half my fault, I guess. I was trying to steer him out, didn't realize the 4-car was going to be cutting down that quick. But we got a long ways to go. We should be all right.
These cars are so aerodynamic sensitive. He restarted in the 36th position and slowly making his way back to the front.
But looking at the 29 car, they did a real nice job on repairing the right front of that fender. And look, it doesn't look like it's got any damage at all, so we'll have to see if this affects it or not.
Here's your buddy over there, VP.
Hey, hi there.
How you doing, guy? You know, this is a validation for all of us that fix cars using duct tape.
Exactly.
You know, I poked a hole in my crankcase in my 57 Buick once, and I pulled over the side of the road, and that tape is still on there now. It's 2 years ago, and it's still holding oil. So I think he's going to go all the way.
Big thrill for you out there, that pace car?
It's a real thrill, actually. It was very, very exciting. I was able to come down a month ago and do some laps, did about 100 laps, and got up to about 145, and that was real exciting. So this is, you know, just pacing at 55 or 60, a little anticlimactic, but it was one of the biggest thrills in my life.
Something we were all talking about during the last commercial. It might be related to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s issue on the track. We were noticing a lot of stuff, papers and things blowing around on the track.
I was amazed. There was a lot of paper, and I saw a couple of those plastic water bottles on the track, which amazed me. I kind of assumed they just went by and swept all that stuff up.
Johnny Benson tried to make a move on Mark Martin for 17th. Jay, hope you have a great day here.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you a little bit later. Thanks for having me out. Bye-bye.
Look forward to it. Jay Leno, host of NBC's Tonight Show here at the Daytona 500. Ken Schrader is the leader. We are just past 100 miles of the 44th Daytona 500. You're watching NASCAR on NBC.
The 44th Daytona of NASCAR, brought to you by Budweiser, with the crisp, clean, refreshing taste you'll find in no other beer.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. not making the kind of progress he was before. That rapid ascension through the field has stopped, and now he's backing up.
Some of that may be because, like I said, he definitely doesn't have the downforce on that car like we talked about earlier as he did before the tire exploded. You can get away with that a little bit when you're on new tires, but as those tires get old, that car gets moving around a little bit. That's where it may hurt him a little bit when it comes to not having that downforce.
It was lap 21, if you're just joining us. A piece of debris either came off of or out from under Michael Waltrip's car when he was leading and Dale Jr. was running second. Jr. ran it over with the right front tire. Went to pit road to repair all that damage.
You see Dale Earnhardt Jr. very, very high. Let's go inside, see what kind of miles per hour he might be getting.
Go ahead, BP.
Had to back off the throttle over there as the car picked up that push. Down the front's ready, 186 as he closes in on the back of Matt Kenseth. 187, 188, 189 miles per hour with a beat-up race car.
But I think you're right. He's got to push there because you can hear him get off the gas and the car went right up to the wall.
And the red dot on the right side of your screen shows you where on the racetrack the driver is that we're tracking.
Come on, Matt Kenseth said. Come on, Junior, bump me, hit me, let's go, push me by.
Well, that 8 car will run in a straight line, won't it?
Not when he gets to the corner like that.
He had to back off the gas, getting in the corner. The DJ's going to slide in that hole.
So Dale Earnhardt Jr. losing another spot. Well, actually, Dale Jarrett was inside of him, so he just slid up in front of him, and they hold positions. Check the Coca-Cola family of drivers and see where they're running in the Daytona 500, just after 100 miles. Scattered out midfield, most of them. Michael Waltrip was the leader in the early part of the race. Led 50 miles of this thing. Now he's back in 24th. Tony Stewart out of the race. Engine failure. He only finished a handful of laps.
And as Tony said, his teammate Bobby Labonte had exactly the same problem in testing. I think about 8 laps, something happened to his car, something engine. Dave Burns?
Bobby Labonte is having a rough day right now. Of course, remember earlier his teammate Tony Stewart had motor problems, and right now Mark Cronquist, the motor builder for Joe Gibbs Racing, is very nervous. Bobby radioed in just a little while ago that he had a slight vibration, and he backed off the pace even more, but that seems to have gone away. He got into trouble here on pit road because he got blocked in by Shauna Robinson, who had been blocked out of her pit by Matt Kenseth. So a long day for Bobby Labonte so far. Marty?
Well, Dave, let me show you the progress in Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s pit. They are rebuilding an entire front end and a right front fender here. What they're going to do next time they come down pit road is they're going to take 2 screw guns and attach this to the race car with pop rivets and screws. They have it on there with tape right now, like Wally pointed out, but that tape will not last very long. The entire team is here. They have rebuilt this piece. It goes pretty far back, almost to where the A-post would be on a race car, or where the front part of your front door would be on your passenger car. So this is a pretty big piece. They're going to try to put it on Junior's car. They say he's running in the top 20 without a front fender. Imagine what he can do if he has one.
Has been impressive, that's for sure.
Very, very impressive. My hat's off to Junior and that entire crew.
Dale Jr. running in 10th place right now. That's Ward Burton right behind him in the 11th spot. Up front, it's still Ken Schrader. There's the gap between 1st and 10th. Got a Pontiac, a Dodge, a Chevrolet, and a Ford in the top 4 spots. Maybe not for long. Ryan Newman and Rusty Wallace, the Penske teammates, tag teaming in their Fords on the outside, the blue and white cars.
Sterling Mullen and the 40 car moved up in front of those guys, so they decide to go with Sterling, try to get by the 25 car of Jerry Nadeau, and it looks like they may succeed. Oops, might have spoke too soon.
Jeff Gordon creeping back into the lead picture. So while they fight for second, Ken Schrader continues to hold the lead. Just past 125 miles of the 44th Daytona 500. You're watching NASCAR on NBC.